Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, why am I losing? Why aren't I winning like others? Why do I feel stuck, unmotivated, and behind? Well, if that thought ever crossed your mind, you're not alone. Millions of teenagers today, especially between 13 and 18, are feeling exactly like you. Tired, confused, and most importantly, defeated. But listen to me carefully. You are not a loser. You're just living like one. And today we're going to find out why and how to flip the script. 1. You're addicted to distraction, not focus. Let's start with the biggest trap of your generation: distraction. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Netflix, endless scrolling. Your mind is a Ferrari, but you're filling its tank with garbage fuel. You start the day with goals: study, create, learn something new. But 2 hours later, you're deep in a rabbit hole of memes, music videos, and meaningless content. Your focus is your superpower. But when you let the world control your attention, you become a puppet. And puppets don't win. Leaders do. 2. You want instant results without the grind. Let's be real. You want six-pack abs but don't want to exercise. You want good grades but don't want to revise. You want to be a millionaire, but you can't stay consistent for 7 days. Success never comes instantly. The people you admire, actors, entrepreneurs, authors, athletes, they didn't get there in a week. They grinded in silence when no one clapped for them. If you're not ready to suffer in silence for what you want, then prepare to suffer in life for not having it. 3. You care too much about what others think. You know why you're not winning? Because you're too busy thinking about what they will say. They will laugh if I fail. They will judge me. They will say I'm not good enough. Let me break it to you. They don't matter. Your dream is yours, not theirs. They don't pay your bills, they don't walk in your shoes, and they won't stand next to you when you win or lose. Greatness is lonely at first, but when you stop caring about their noise, you'll finally start hearing your inner voice. 4. You keep comparing. Instead of competing, comparison is the enemy of progress. You scroll through social media and see people winning. Perfect lives, perfect looks, perfect success. But what you don't see is what's behind the screen. The stress, the lies, the pressure, the edits. You're comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel. The only person you need to compete with is who you were yesterday. If you're not 1% better than your past self, you're not losing to them. You're losing to yourself. 5. You're afraid to fail, so you never try. Here's a hard truth. You're not afraid of failure. You're afraid of judgment. That fear has killed more dreams than failure ever will. Let me tell you, failure is your best friend. It teaches you what doesn't work so you can find what does. Every great inventor, every champion, every legend has one thing in common. They failed more than you even tried. Want to stop losing? Then start failing proudly. Every failure gets you closer to a win. 6. You don't have a clear vision. What's your goal? Your mission? Your why? If you can't answer that in 5 seconds, that's a problem. You can't win if you don't know what race you're running. Most teens today don't have a vision. They wake up, go to school, hang out, waste time, sleep, repeat. They're alive, but they're not living. They're existing, drifting. You need a reason that pulls you out of bed like a fire alarm. Whether it's to help your family, become an artist, build an empire, change the world, find your why. Because without a why, your life will pass by. 7. You want motivation, but you lack discipline. You watch motivational videos, read quotes, even listen to speeches like this. But guess what? Motivation fades. Discipline stays. Motivation is like a spark, but discipline is the firewood that keeps the flame alive. Don't wait until you feel like it. Winners show up even when they don't feel like it. They don't need the perfect mood. They just do the work. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't want to do it. And that's the difference between dreamers and doers. So, why are you losing? Let me summarize it for you. You're losing because you're distracted. You want fast results. You care what others think. You compare, not compete. You're afraid to fail. You lack a vision. You want motivation, not discipline. But here's the good news. You can flip every one of these by clicking on the right side video.